Good morning, happy Sunday. As you can see, I'm on here early on Sunday. Normally I am come on of an evening, but this Sunday there's a lot happening in Brisbane and I thought I had time now. I'll drop in now, and I thought it was really important because I have something really good to share with you today, so I didn't want to miss it. I hope you have had a beautiful weekend, and in Queensland it is a long weekend this weekend, and I know if you're in a different state, this weekend daylight saving kicked in. So it is about 9:37 here. It's probably 10:37 in Victoria or New South Wales. So if you're live, I'd love it if you come along and say hello or give me a thumbs up so that I know that you're here. It also lets other people know that I am going live. And while we're doing that, no, that's all good. So what I want to share with you today. Today I'm sharing with you the biggest gem that I have. This is the formula to get whatever you want in life. Now, I know when I first heard this, I thought, that sounds all a wee bit easy. And in some ways it is very simple. And once you know the formula and then you follow it, it doesn't matter what you want to get in life. This is the formula to follow. So if you're looking to improve your health or improve your relationships or to be able to purchase a house or a car or a holiday, or it could be your emotional well-being or finances or get a job, whatever it is, the sky's the limit. This is the formula to use. So I call this the 5 steps to getting anything you want in life, and I suggest that you write them down as I speak and then follow this if this is what when you want to get something. So there are 5 parts to it, and the first part is dream. And so in the dream phase, this is where you have to dream up what you want. Is it a holiday? Is it a partner? Is it a job? Is it just to feel better? I've had lots of people who just want to feel better or to be able to start to move forward. Is it you particularly want to save some money for a holiday or whatever it is, many reasons. So have the dream. Now I'm going to give you an example along the way, a very simple example to make it easy for you to understand. So let's say I had a dream that I wanted to bake a cake. Very simple, but this process works for anything. But this particular cake, I want it to be gluten-free, dairy-free, fat-free, as less sugar as possible in it. I want it to be 3 tiers. I want it to be full of beautiful seasonal fruits, and it's for a special occasion like a special birthday. So I have the dream in my head. I have the real vision of what this cake looks like, and I know what I want it to comprise of. So my vision, my dream, my end result is very clear. So that's the first part. So I've got the dream. So then I need to believe. I need to believe that it's possible to get this cake, to get a cake that is gluten-free and sugar-free and dairy-free and still tasty. Because, I might be thinking that I can't possibly get all of that in one cake. So I have to have the belief. So if I don't have the belief yet, what do I do to get that belief? Well, I need to go out into the world, into my environment to get that belief. Who else is doing what I want? Who else out there is making cakes that are like that? They have different dietary needs. So I might get on the internet and I might Google some recipes. I might go to a cake shop and speak to some people. I might go up and down the aisles of the supermarket to be able to get an idea of what alternate ingredients are there. So once I have got the belief, and I've done that by putting myself in an environment or putting people into my environment or resources into my environment to prove to me, to give me the belief that it's possible to have that cake. So now I have that belief. So now I'm going, yeah, this is actually possible. So I've dreamt it, got the vision. I now believe it. And then what's next? So we've got dream 1, believe 2. step three, is create. This is where I take action to be able to create the cake. And so that might be, I'm going to write a recipe list. There's one action. I'm going to go to the shops and buy the ingredients. I'm going to come home. I'm going to get out my bowls, get out my measuring cups, get out my ingredients. Then I'm going to measure all the ingredients, put them into the bowl. So I'm taking all these actions to be able to create my cake. Then I stir it all up. I pour it into my cake tins, and then all my actions are taken for the moment. Then that's step three. So believe step one, dream step one, believe step two, create step three. Now step four is surrender. So when it's looking for a cake example, the surrender is the universe. I'm going to surrender to the universe, or in this situation, I'm going to surrender to the oven. I'm going to put the cake mixtures into the oven at a set temperature, and I'm going to trust and I'm going to surrender that I have done all I can to create the correct recipe for this cake. So I put it in the oven, I set it to an hour or 40 minutes at the correct temperature, and I wait. So I'm surrendering. I'm surrendering that the oven, aka universe, knows what it is doing because I've done everything that I can do so far. Then after the hour or so, I go back to the oven and I take the cake out, and I have my bases. So the tiers of my cake are cooked. At this stage, I still don't know what it tastes like, but I have followed the process and I have my cake ready to decorate. So then there's a couple more actions, of course, that I need to do there. So once the cake cools down, I would assemble it and then I would decorate it. And so I have now finished off my actions, and I'm coming into the fifth part of this formula. So remember, I dreamt it, had the big vision, I believed it was possible, I created it by taking the actions, I surrendered by putting it into the oven and waiting for it to rise and to cook, and then so dream, believe, create, surrender, achieve. So this is the success. I now have a beautiful cake. Now, does it look exactly like my dream, like my vision? It does. It looks exactly like the pictures that I had seen in recipe books. The test will be, what does it taste like? So I have dreamt it, I have believed it, I have created it, I have surrendered, and success. I now have my cake. There is one more step. What do you think that one more step is? That one more step is to celebrate. We always have to celebrate achieving our dreams and our goals. So that's when I would cut a slice of the cake and eat it, or I might eat it with friends or at the party, but I'm celebrating that I have followed through and I have achieved the dream that I wanted. How simple is that? So simple. Let's put it in a different context. Let's say that I wanted to get healthier. And the healthier might be that I wanted to be able to walk 5 kilometers. I wanted to be able to do it in under 40 minutes. And I wanted to be able to talk while I walk, because that will be a sign to me that my fitness has improved. So I've got the dream. I can see myself maybe walking along the waterfront, wearing my name brand activewear, and I got the vision that I can do this walk in under 40 minutes and talk to my friends at the same time. Well, got the dream. Now I need to believe it. Do I believe that is possible for someone of the fitness level that I'm at the moment? So what I might do is, again, I need to get that belief. So to get that belief, I go out into the real world and I find people who are doing what I want. They've achieved what I want to achieve. And that might be by a PT, or it might be joining a gym, or it just might be on some local pages, some people sharing their story. There are many examples out there of my dream that I want. So I now have the belief because I have put those people in my world, or I have put myself in their world, and I've got the belief that it's possible. Dreamt it, believed it, now create it. So how do I create it? Well, it's little steps at a time. I would have to take actions. So the action might be, I might employ a PT. I might join a walking group. I definitely would have to schedule in my practice sessions. And this is where you need to be specific. So I can't just say, I'm going to walk 3 times this week. You need to commit to yourself, what days of the week are you going to walk? At what time are you going to walk, and for how long? When you set yourselves those boundaries, you are more likely to achieve what you want to achieve. Because imagine if you said, I'm going to walk on Wednesday at 5 in the morning, and 5 in the morning on Wednesday turns up, and you are more likely to get up and go for your walk because you don't want to let yourself down than if you had just said, I'm just going to walk 3 days. Because if you hadn't mentioned those days, you could get to the Wednesday and just roll back over and go to sleep. So taking the action. So then I'm going to do the walking. So I'm going to walk, each day for so long, and each week I might be deciding to add a bit more distance on. While I'm doing that, it might be going to take me a month to be able to achieve this goal. Because I'm going on holidays and I want to be able to walk around the Greek islands or wherever I'm going with a level of fitness. So that's why I had this dream. And I've dreamt it, I believed it, I'm creating it because I'm taking the actions. And while I'm taking the actions, I now need to surrender. I need to surrender that I am doing all that I can to achieve this goal. And if I am taking the actions regularly, so I'm doing everything I said, the goal should be achieved. I might find along the way that I haven't taken the actions, and I'd have to go back and maybe change what actions are that I wanted to take. So I'm surrendering that in this month I'm doing everything I said I should do so I can trust that my dream is going to come true. So then after my surrendering, success. I have succeeded. So how do I know I have succeeded? Well, because when I set that dream at the beginning, I had a vision. And I always tell my clients, have an example of what it looks like. So on my holiday in the Greek islands, I'm walking around the Greek islands all day, every day, and I've realized that my fitness has improved. And I've realized that I did get to be able to, because I got to the 5Ks in under 40 minutes before I left for my holiday, I did achieve it. So yes, success. I dreamt it. I had the vision. I believed it because I got proof by putting myself in other people's environments who had done it. I had created it because I took all the actions to get there. I surrendered while the actions were taking place, that it was going to happen. I trusted that my dream was going to come true. And then success, I was actually able to walk 5Ks under 40 minutes and talk to my friends at the same time. And I knew I had done that because when I was in the Greek islands walking around, I had the fitness level to do it. I remember I need to celebrate the 6th step. Now, what could I do to celebrate? It could be that I thought I'll go on an extra special walk along the beach to celebrate that I can do that. Or maybe my celebration was actually being in the Greek islands, walking around, and I happened to stop and take a moment of the view, myself with the view, or stop and have a drink along the way. So can you see how the 5 steps to getting anything you want could be used, that framework could be used for anything. You could use it for a financial goal, a career goal, a relationship goal, spiritual goal, friendship goal. I've had people want to increase their friendship circles, people who just wanted to feel better, people who had big dreams of traveling, people who had health goals, people who had saving goals. I had one lady who wanted to be a beekeeper. She used the same process to be able to get the dream that she wanted. So use that framework. I hope you've written it down today. Dream, believe, create, surrender, succeed, and celebrate. Make sure you've got that written down, and anytime you have something that you want to achieve, use that framework. And if you're wanting a bit more support, because sometimes you want a bit more support along the way around mindset and around what actual other steps that you can be taking, what's been holding you back, I'm here. That's part of what I do. I'm a life coach who helps people to be able to bring their dreams to reality. Especially people who, I'm very passionate about people who are stepping into a different part of their life. There has been some change, empty nester, relationship ending, returning to work after having children, or maybe just not feeling right. So if that is you and you want a little bit more help, reach out, DM, help, and I will reach out to you and help you get your dreams as well. Anyway, lovely people, I hope you have enjoyed this session. This is a big gold nugget for you. This will change your life. Have a great Sunday, and I will see you on socials. Bye, everybody.